Hey, so living an eco-friendly life for some reason has some really weird um expectations. Something I can't talk today, y'all. I'm so sorry that I decided to do all my videos today when Mercury's in retrograde and obviously messing with my speech abilities that weren't great to begin with. Um, Misconceptions, maybe? Is that the word? So anyway, living an eco-friendly life has a lot of misconceptions for being expensive, and I don't really get why. Like, it's a super targeted thing towards like the upper class. I think that's just my perception. If I'm wrong, let me know, okay? Because that's just what I see. I see that eco-friendly stuff is really targeted towards upper and middle class people, which is weird for me because I am not in those areas, not in those categories, and maybe lower middle, maybe lower middle. I'm definitely not like poor, like a lot of people are poor. Um, but I'm getting off like I'm getting too detailed like it matters. It does matter. But anyway. Okay, so I've been doing a lot of eco-friendly things for a lot of years, and most of them save me money, like a lot of money. To the extent to where I don't see how regular people don't do these things because I feel like disposable things are a complete luxury. Like, and a lot of work. Like, you have to keep remembering to buy these things, and you have to keep spending money on these things. And like, I'm just floored by how people are surviving out here, buying all of these things over and over again. Okay, so some examples. Cloth diapers. We've been doing cloth diapers. We did them with our son, who is now 4, and we are now doing them with our daughter, who is 1. And have you seen the prices of disposable diapers? Like, those things are luxury items, I swear. Okay, I swear. And like, granted, a lot of people don't have access to a washer and dryer, and the laundromat is super expensive. Trust me, I know. Um, but I mean, granted, not everybody's going to be able to do cloth diapers. You have to kind of like work that out yourself. I suppose you could totally hand wash things and then hang them out on the line to dry like they used to in the world, but I totally wouldn't do that, and I wouldn't I wouldn't expect you to if that's not what you wanted to do. But if you wanted to do it, go for it. Um, but anyway, so cloth diapers have saved us a ton of money, and we also do cloth wipes, or I do anyway. My husband doesn't, and that's a part of our compromise because the world is full of compromises, especially in marriages. And so I use the cloth wipes, and he uses disposable wipes because he finds that easier. But anyway, so that, and then we have reusable napkins, and which are just baby washcloths. When For my baby shower with my son, our firstborn, I got an ungodly amount of baby washcloths. Like, I was drowning in baby washcloths, which was kind of weird thing to be drowning in, I thought. But they ended up being a blessing, and we've used them for napkins ever since, and it's been wonderful, and I love them. And they really saved me on paper towels, because I don't use paper towels, my husband does. But I do not. And so the baby washcloths for napkins, and I mean like dinner napkins and stuff, like when you're eating things. And then we have also washcloths that we wipe things down with and clean with, instead of napkins or like the sanitizing wipes and stuff. Like, we don't use those. And let's see, what else? A reusable coffee thing, filter, a reusable coffee filter, was probably the first thing that we ever bought that was like reusable years and years and years ago. And It was a game changer because coffee filters, like I said, you just have to keep buying those things. And if you wake up and oh crap, you don't have any, like how are you gonna get your coffee? And I mean, it was important. It was important. And dryer balls. We use dryer balls, and I'm sorry I'm not like one of those really awesome YouTubers who organize these things beforehand and get all the supplies together so I can show you pictures of them. Um, oh well. I write a blog post to accompany it, so there I'll link it below so you can like see all these things and whatnot. Um, so the dryer balls I use in place of dryer sheets. Okay, so they help your clothes dry faster, and they keep the static down, and you can even put essential oils on them and they make your clothes smell good just like regular dryer sheets. And the essential oil on them only lasts for a little while, so you do have to keep putting more on it over time, but you know, not a big deal. Let's see, I recently got these little balls. They have these, they're about this big, and they have these little balls inside them so you can shake them, and the little beads inside of them shake around. But they're for your washer and in lieu of laundry detergent. So I spent like 20 bucks on those. I think they were 25, but I had a $5 off coupon. So I spent $20 on the two of them to wash my clothes, and they are good for like 1,500 loads, y'all. What? It's amazing. It's mostly eco-friendly. They are made out of plastic, and I'm not really sure what the beads inside are. The first time I saw them, I did read the science behind it, but that was like a year ago. So that's awesome because laundry detergent is expensive and comes in lots of plastic containers, which are not eco-friendly in the least. That's the only thing that's coming to my mind right off the bat. I will probably add more things to the blog post. Oh, I also have these sheets. I really should have got a picture of these or like grab these because I don't know how to explain it really. It's not tinfoil, but you know how you use tinfoil to line the pan before you cook something for easy cleanup? Well, these are like that. They're like aluminum. Wait, they're not aluminum. I think they're copper. Sheets. They're flat, and you lay them down on. They're like grilling. They're like for grilling or something. But I use them in baking and yeah, mostly baking. So if I have some frozen food that I want to bake, I stick it on the sheet on the pan, and it saves tinfoil, and it washes in the dishwasher, and it's reusable, and I don't have to buy a ton of tinfoil all the time. Because who has the money for all of this stuff, y'all? I had something else just a second ago, and I lost it. I was thinking about container. Oh, beeswax wraps. So I don't use these as much anymore, but I used to use beeswax wraps all the time, and I made my own. You don't have to make your own, but they are super simple to make if you want to make them, and you can Pinterest that recipe, and it only takes like 2 ingredients. Three. 2 or 3 ingredients, depending on what recipe you find. There's a few out there. But to wrap food in and to use instead of wax paper, so it's a good alternative for wax paper. And tinfoil if you use tinfoil to wrap food in. I know a lot of older people use tinfoil to wrap food in, but Tupperware containers are great for that. Straws. I have reusable stainless steel straws that are lovely. I had 2. I lost one. I think I left it at a restaurant. I have one collapsible stainless steel straw. It folds up and it has a little container that you stick it in, and it's only like, the container is like that tall and like that wide and it's like that big around, and it's a reusable stainless steel straw, so that's pretty cool. And it always gets compliments from the staff and whatnot in the restaurants. And I have regular, none around me, I have regular stainless steel straws also that I use at home. I don't really carry those around with me anymore though, because I use just a with a lid, a glass with a lid to carry around my water all the time. And this is actually, this is actually a old kombucha glass jar. I don't know if you can see that. Not really, but I thought it was really pretty. So this is a GT's Living Foods kombucha, and every quarter they come in, and this isn't like, they didn't tell me to say any of this or anything like that. I just really like, I really like them. Once a quarter, they come out with a new design on their bottles. So this is the summer edition, and it says Unity on it, and it's got two people holding hands, and they got like these really cool designs on them. And each one of them's different and beautiful, and so I keep them. I get one kombucha a quarter, and then I keep the jar until my tile floors claim them as a sacrifice. Yeah, and that's a good way to also reduce your waste, because plastic bottles are terrible and not good. And not only for the environment, but for your health, okay? They leach chemicals, and that's a fun rabbit hole to jump down. That's all I can think of that I reuse just off the top of my head, because that's how I do these videos, just right off the top of my head. I don't plan except for a topic, if you can't tell. That's all I can think of, but if I find more things that I think of, then I'll put them in the blog post that is accompanying this video. Link below in the description. But yeah, subscribe and like. Go watch all my, all my other quirky videos that are not edited, because I'm not that much of a techie. And check out the new ones that are to come.